it's your girl T, and I had to come on camera today. I've been getting a lot of requests to do this video, and I want to thank everybody on Facebook, like Precious and Thomas and Anthony. You know, everybody who's concerned for my health and my well-being. You know, they're like, T, just take a break. You know, you don't need to do another video. Just let them wait. But I really do want to get this off my chest, and trust me, this video is not going to interfere with my day. I'm dressed, my makeup is done, my hair is done. I'm going to go get my boys ready, and then we're going to a barbecue. So I'm going to be fine. I'm going to enjoy my Saturday, but I had to do this video. And I want to shout out JT of VH1 Access, and I also want to shout out Nakia Davis. They were on me to do this. Nakia helped me find a lot of these tweets, and I really appreciate your work. First, I want to go ahead and show you guys the memes and the tweets that people are sending out of Trayvon Martin's friend, Rachel Jeantel. Rachel Jeantel is a young girl who has basically been summoned to court to speak on the whole Trayvon Martin situation and what she heard the night that he died. So I'm going to start by showing you a lot of these tweets that are floating around the internet. Tweets about people going in on her, calling her precious. You know, a lot of the tweets are racist tweets, and sadly, a lot of these tweets are coming from our own people. And this whole situation just sickens me. This is somebody who did not ask to be thrust into the limelight. She's not a reality TV show attention whore. She does not want to be in court. She did not ask to be there. But she chose to come, and instead of people supporting her, people are going in on her talking about she's uncouth because she's not as articulate. You got people out here talking about they're ashamed of being black because of what she's saying on the stand. You have other people going in on her physically, talking about her physical appearance. This whole situation just sickens me. And then on top of that, you have Lolo Jones, who's supposed to be this good Christian virgin, going in on her. And let me go ahead and show you Lolo, the good Christian virgin's tweet about this girl right now. I'm not surprised by Lolo's ignorant ass tweet. And a lot of folks went in on her teammates when they went to the media and said that they were tired of her getting all this attention about her virginity, when they won second and third place and no one could even give them a pat on the back, and the media was more concerned with Lolo being an attention whore. When they came out and said this, you had so many people on YouTube and on Twitter talking about they're jealous, they're ugly, they're dark-skinned, they're just mad because Lolo's pretty. These women warned us months ago that this chick was an attention whore, but people just brushed it under the rug. This is not the first time that Lolo has said something shell about somebody on Twitter. Back in October, she caused outrage when she talked about this fellow right here, who's in a wheelchair. His name is Eric LeGrand. He had sent her a tweet basically playing with her and saying, "Do you want to race me?" And this is her response. This woman is full of herself. And the reason why she feels like she can just say stupid shit like this and call this girl Medea is because the media and black people have put her on a pedestal. Why? Because she's light-skinned with hazel eyes and she's a really, really beautiful woman. So because of that, she thinks she can just say whatever, but she learned that Black Twitter play them games. So Black Twitter then decided to go in on Lolo Jones. And these are the tweets that were sent out about Lolo. tweets. So the reason why I'm making this video is because I see myself in Rachel Jeantel. And guess what? All y'all who love going on me and tell me that I'm inarticulate and you guys hate the way I say California, English is not my first language either. I was in ESL from the time I was in kindergarten till 3rd grade. ESL stands for English as a Second Language. American English was not spoken in my home. Pidgin English, broken English, and Yoruba was spoken in my home. I'm not African American. I don't know how many times I had to tell people that. People ask me all the time. I'm not African American. I'm African. So yeah, so do I pronounce things a little bit differently? Is my grammar a little bit different from other people? Yes, it is. But last time I checked, language proficiency is not a prerequisite to making a YouTube video. It's not a prerequisite to freedom of speech. And it's damn sure not a prerequisite to getting up on the stand and speaking in front of a courtroom. A lot of people see this young girl on the stand and they automatically think that she's African American. From what I've heard and read, she's Haitian. She's Haitian American. People make fun of me all the time because of my strange accent, because I can't pronounce certain words like California, but they don't realize that just because I'm not as articulate as other people, or because I talk more ghetto, which I don't understand that. You know, I just speak from my heart. Sorry, I don't sound proper, so I don't sound like a, professional news person. I didn't go to journalism school. I just turned on the camera one day and decided to just share my story with people. So just because somebody's not as articulate or what you deem to be uncouth, does not make them a bad person. This girl did not ask to come on the stand. She did not ask to be there. They summoned her. She was the last person to talk to her friend, somebody who she considered a good friend, and people are tearing up on her. Why are people putting her on trial? Why is she the one being ridiculed? Shouldn't the person who should be on trial, the one that we should be focusing on, is the person who openly admitted to killing Trayvon Martin? People should be more concerned with Zimmerman not getting away as opposed to how this girl looks. And see, that's what kills me with the black community. Lolo says something, everybody wants to tear on her, but when I showed y'all them tweets at the beginning, a lot of those tweets came from other black people. We're so quick to pick each other apart, tear each other's physical appearances apart. Y'all see the comments that people leave me on my video? People go in on me from everything from my weight, to my skin, to my natural hair, to my neck. The sad part is people are going in on her the same exact way. They're talking about her dark skin, her hair weave, her neck, her face. And I've explained to people, I don't know how many times, the reason sometimes my face looks swollen on camera and sometimes my neck swells up is because I'm on cancer treatment medication. I'm on experimental medication. But people still feel like they have the right to pick me apart. And all I'm doing is reporting on a news story. We live in a very sad day and age when everything is about physical appearance, physical beauty, and people are ashamed because somebody can't articulate themselves in a proper way. People are going in on her because she's 19 years old in high school. I say kudos to her for not dropping out. You know how many damn dropouts we have out here in the community who ain't doing nothing with themselves? At least she's still in school trying to finish and get her education. Along the way, somebody failed her. It might have been her parents, it might have been her family, but it's not her fault that she can't articulate herself as well as others. If they would have called a lot of y'all and asked y'all to come on stand and speak in front of the national, worldwide news, because it's not just America who's following this case. This is worldwide news. A lot of y'all will shit yourselves. A lot of y'all will get up there and stumble and not know what to think and not know what to say. She's speaking from her heart. She's speaking as she knows how to speak. Why should she have to change her demeanor and who she is? People kill me. They act like people like her don't exist. When I go to the hood, when I go to certain neighborhoods, I see more women like Rachel Jeantel than I see like Halle Berry or Lolo Jones. See, it's easy for Lolo to say that she's embarrassed and, this is just crazy and make fun of her because Lolo was raised in Iowa. Lolo went to the best schools. Lolo, from the time she was a child, was trained to be an Olympian. Everybody don't have that same luck. Everybody don't have those same opportunities. And people need to realize that. We're not all from the same walk of life. Everybody does not have the opportunities to go to the best schools, to have the best teachers. If you're blessed enough to have those opportunities, then cool, kudos to you. But it's not your right to knock somebody else because you think they're uncouth. These tweets, the way people went in on her, it really hurt because these are the same comments I get from people. That I'm fat, that I'm ugly, people tear me down and all I'm doing is making YouTube videos. I understand I'm not the most articulate person and I'm sure she understands that as well. All she's trying to do is communicate her point. Another thing I find funny is if it was somebody on the stand who was Latino or Irish or who had an accent from another country, no one would say anything. People would strain to understand. People would try and get, a translator. People would strain to understand what that person with an accent is saying. And because people deem her as African American, they'd rather go in on her. Mark my words, if that was a Hispanic person on the stand or anybody else from any other country with an accent, nobody would say shit. Nobody would talk about their bad grammar. Nobody would talk about their broken English. Nobody would say anything. They would just take their words for what it is. Now, I understand she was attitudinal. I understand she had some little smart comments to say back, when they were doing the cross-examination. I understand that, but I can also put myself in this girl's shoes. Because we love to tear each other down, especially in the black community. You mean to tell me that these tweets just came out of nowhere? That she's never been clowned her whole life for being big, for being dark-skinned? We love to tear people, especially if they're fat and black. They don't fit some type of Hollywood standard. Our own people are the first to tear them down. I don't understand when we as a people are going to get over this whole skin tone thing, this whole weight thing. There are fat people in every race. Get over it. This is not the first time you've ever seen a fat person or overweight person. But the first thing they want to do is compare her to Precious. As if you can't walk out your door and see 100 people in your neighborhood who look just like Precious. Some of y'all who are tweeting the bullshit about this girl probably look just like her. Overweight. Maybe not the most attractive. But yet and still you want to sit in your house and throw stones at her and go in on her look. She didn't ask to be there. And I think that people need to fall back and stop clowning her. And anybody who says that they're embarrassed or ashamed to be black because of her testimony, you were never proud to be black in the first place. You're a self-hating ass coon. I do stories about black people who do fuckery 24/7. And you guys will never hear me on my channel say that I'm ashamed to be black. I refuse to be ashamed of anything that I was born. I was born black, I'm going to die black. And I'm going to always be proud to be black, regardless of some of us act the fool or not. The way someone acts should not be a reflection of you. Why are we so concerned with what white America thinks about this girl? You have black folks out here who are afraid to eat chicken in front of white people because they're afraid of what white people would think about them. Why are you so worried about what everyone else thinks about you? As long as you know who you are and you love yourself, that's all that should matter. This whole situation just disgusts me because I've been in that situation. I get clowned like her. I get picked apart like her. I get told I'm ghetto. I'm inarticulate. I don't know how to carry myself. I've been called everything but a child of God. So I understand how this girl feels. And I feel bad for her. And I think a lot of us have a lot of internal self-hate. When we see her, we see ourselves. I can bet you any money. If Rachel Jeantel looked like Halle Berry, or look like Rihanna, or look like whatever beautiful black woman that we put on this pedestal, or looks like whatever Hollywood standard of beauty is, nobody would say anything about her being inarticulate. Nobody would say anything about her having an attitude. If she looked like Lolo Jones, everybody would ignore the fact that she had an attitude. Nobody would go in on her looks. But because she's dark-skinned, she's overweight, she has a weave, all of a sudden she represents every black woman in America. That to me is just foolishness. I feel like a lot of us really need to reevaluate ourselves and really realize that a lot of us have a lot of internal self-hate because this whole situation to me, how people are going in on this girl who did not ask to go on the stand, who does not want to be there, it's just sad. Is she the most articulate person? No. Is she overweight? Yes. Is she dark-skinned? Yes. But so what? How do some of y'all look? Since y'all have so much to say about her. I can get on camera. I'm not ashamed of myself. I can get on camera. Y'all can feel free to pick me apart. But I would love to see a lot of these people who are making these memes about her and going in on her. I would love to see what a lot of y'all look like. So anyways, go ahead, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about the entire situation. What do you feel about everybody going in on this girl, clowning her on Twitter? What do you feel about Lolo Jones's ignorant ass tweet that she sent out about Rachel? And then also, how do you feel about, black folks out here talking about they're ashamed to be black because of her testimony? I mean, the self-hate in our community is just sickening to me. So anyways, go ahead, leave a comment. All right. Deuces.